Hey guys, I'm Shane. I wanted to talk a little bit about a problem that I've had with my mower. I like researching technology before I buy it. I'm not a guy who's going to get sponsorships. I'm not asking for sponsorships. I buy my own equipment. My goal is really, out of these videos, help other people avoid those expensive mistakes. You know, the problem that I've got about my yard here, my mower is about 12, 13 years old. It had over 800 hours on it when I bought it used. So it's reaching the end of its life. I've got some hydros that are causing problems. I've got some leveling that won't stay. And I've got a major oil leak. It's a great lawnmower. I think it's one of the best mowers there is. It's the gold standard in my opinion. You'll see here in some of the videos that it's really cut really well and it's cut level. It's done really well for me in the last 12, 13 years. So mowing my yard takes about 2 hours. It's not bad. It's something I look forward to once a week. But once a week, as a lot of people who really care about their grass know, is not sufficient. You're not going to get ideal grass if you only mow once a week. And I like to mow on Thursday so it looks good on Friday and Saturday. Gives you a lot more free time during the weekend, but that also means that Thursdays are a problem. You're going to spend basically your evening on Thursdays cutting grass.
So knowing how expensive a new X-Mark mower would be, I thought it was time to look into other options. I've seen a few robot lawn mowers, but like most people, I thought the technology was probably not great and they'd be way too expensive. However, as we know, the cost of technology goes down over time, and some brands of robot lawn mowers have been in service for over a decade. We finally reached a point where the cost has gone down while the technology to make it dependable continues to rise. I still had a lot of questions. Can they handle a real oddly shaped yard like mine? How do they navigate trees, flower beds, and obstacles? Do they actually cut well? Are they reliable? And probably the biggest question, are they really worth the money?
Getting out of this Mississippi heat, obviously, that's a big deal. It's hot, especially now. We're in late July, nearing the end, I would say, of growing season, but it's still here. We're still cutting. Gardens are starting to slow down a little bit, production, but this hybrid Bermuda loves this heat, so it grows like crazy. So cutting doesn't slow down. Having the ability to cut every day would be amazing. If not every day, every other day. That's one thing that is kind of pushed me towards robot mowers. No more weekly mowing. The lawn looks clean cut. It's electric, you know. I'm not going to say that's a huge benefit at this point, but that means it's quiet and it can run at night. Nobody knows it. Now, the ones that I've seen, some of them have a light, some of them do not, and that just depends on the technology. We'll get into all that later in a later episode. But right now, the quietness is nice. GPS navigation, those things are accurate. I've seen claims of down to a centimeter accuracy. That's phenomenal. We'll talk about some of the RTK technology and the wire-free systems. I did not get into this technology when they had wiring systems. I'm just now getting into it. And in fact, I have not selected my mower yet. I pretty much narrowed it down, but we'll get into that. The ability to have smartphone controls and control it from anywhere and know where it is. You know, the questions that everyone has is, you know, what happens if someone steals it? I do work from home, so I will be here most of the time when it's running. But if I'm not, I want the ability to know it's still there, it's still running. So I've spent over a month watching YouTube videos, trying to find YouTube videos. That creates the necessity for this channel. There are very few. The majority of the videos that I find are people comparing 20 different robot lawnmowers. And I would get lost in the comparison and forget which one they were talking about when. So the video was not useful for me. I'm going to talk about a few different robot lawnmowers, but I'm not going to compare 20. I'm only going to compare a couple that are what I consider the highest options available at this time. But I watched YouTube videos, I've read Facebook groups, I've spent hours on Reddit and dealer websites and compared specifications, and I've learned a lot. I've learned that not all the RTK systems work the same. I've discovered that one thing I didn't expect and didn't think about, and you should think about if you're in researching this, is that dealer support matters a lot more than you expect. If you order that thing online and it comes in and you have a problem with it, who are you going to call? So if you've got a dealer locally, that makes a big difference. I've found that some brands require far more maintenance, just general upkeep. A lot of the marketing claims don't really match up to what you see in the real world. Let's go down this road together. I wanted to document this because I can't find, like I said, very many videos on it. I see comparisons, but I want somebody who's going to dive into it and tell me the technical parts of it. Show me the app, show me the setup, show me how you enjoy it. What are the pitfalls? Where are the problems? I think I've made my decision, and in the next several videos you'll see why, but I'm not 100% certain yet, so I'm not going to say. I'm documenting everything, the good, the bad, the mistakes, and so you can decide which one's worth buying. They're not small investments, they're not large, but they're not small investments. I think as of this filming, 1.25 acres was about $3,500. So it's not a small investment. I want to keep this short. It's just an intro, and I will continue documenting. So if you're interested in following along with this process and learning more about these robot lawn mowers, subscribe and follow me along this journey. I think it's going to be fun.